Alright.
Ambience music.
Yes. It is on. Alright. Good evening, everybody. I hope you all have had a very good and happy day. If not, well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear. Welcome back to another session of Ojit's Tower. Last session, our band of peoples who we don't really know. I don't really think they're friends as such, as just a bunch of people that have been jammed into a situation and have to try and figure out what the hell's going on. Went for a wander through a parody realm of Hyrule, or more particular Jarul, where various fights with chickens were had, and or rather, threatening chickens was had, and some very urban fairies were discussed with. They also found a mentally handicapped child man. And yeah, overall, had a great old session. It is up on Twitch if you want to check that one out. I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, we come back to it, and this session, unfortunately, two of our players aren't here, Mark and Sandy. Sandy because she had her appendix removed, and Mark because he is looking after her. And Mikey is still not back from... Actually, I think he's at a birthday party or something tonight, so that's where he is at. It's a bit of a shame, but a bit of a throwback to our very first session where we only had these two players, and yeah, let me just adjust the webcam a little bit.
It's going back to originality. It's fine.
The OG.
And everyone else is unnecessary.
Original gamers.
Yeah, we're the hipsters of this game right here.
Alrighty.
For the win.
That's a little bit better. Okay, yeah, so we return to our scheduled game, and
I'll stop moving around the room now.
yeah, so...
I'm just having fun with the dynamic lighting.
As I remember, Thaevan had sat down and started staring into the fire, still particularly limited on the communicative scale due to a personal event that no one else is really privy to. So there's that. And Vonnir is asleep in bed. So you all wake up. You have gained a full rest and have leveled up, of course. Yeah. So the floor is yours. What do you do?
Hey, full rest. I noticed no one else is waking up, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so looking around, you see Turtank is asleep, but the way he's sleeping and the position of everything that's around, like his great axe is not on his chest where it was left last time. It's kind of like laying against the side of the bed. So you get the idea that maybe he's been up and about at some point, but yeah. But yeah, looking around, you can, from where you are, you see that Gramps is still asleep, snoring soundly. And yeah, you're looking across the room, you can still see that damned dark-skinned tiefling is also asleep.
Just relaxing on the bed. Have the mind to kill him in his sleep.
Well, you're welcome to try.
Exactly my point. Oh, Thaevan's awake, right?
Yeah, well, from where you are, I don't know if you could see Thaevan. Can you see Thaevan from where you are?
No. But I want to test something anyways.
Alright, well, floor is yours. What do you do?
Alright, so I go over to the Harvok's bed. Actually, now let's go a little step back, and I'm gonna test the whole, like, if you're sleeping in bed, you're invulnerable.
Alright, how are you testing this?
Gonna throw it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a test at anyone. It's gonna be at the freaking the tiefling. That's
Alright, so you get over there, And what are you trying to do?
Essentially, I'm just gonna like underhand throw the freaking axe and land it on top of make it land on top of the tiefling.
Roll a dexterity check to see how well you can time it to land where you want it to land.
I mean, wouldn't it be strength?
Well, this is more like how precise you can place it.
I guess.
But yeah. So as you underhand throw the axe, it sort of flies towards and looks like it's going exactly where you want it to go. And then it hits an invisible barrier of some variety and then gets thrown across the room. It's currently over here.
Well, I figured as much, but it was worth a try.
Okay.
Then I would have noticed even, and then picked up my axe and headed over.
Yep. No worries.
The fairy's still sleeping.
Yeah, so looking over to where the fairy blew out the candle, kicked out the candle itself, and made his home inside the lantern, yeah, seems to be asleep, but, you know, as far as you know, there's no barriers around lanterns.
Yeah. Don't think the rest of them are gonna wake up anytime soon. I don't know how I know that, but I just do. I feel like I woke up a little late myself. You got a little problem there? Did you just walk away from?
Yep, and then I started eating. Vegetarian. Vegan.
Yep.
Stuff.
Alright.
I
I feel like I have to specify this every time I eat.
Yeah,
I am
and
vegan.
you find some grilled eggplant and some grilled broccolini, and I really don't know a lot of what vegans eat, so
Neither do I. In real life, I can't imagine going without steak. It's just my character. Okay?
yeah. So so you find an assorted variety of grilled vegetable matter, and it's I'm guessing tasty, but me personally, I can't see it, but I'm sure if I was a vegan, I would enjoy the grilled vegetable matter.
Okay, we're insulting all the vegans now. We need to play it back a little bit. Alright, yeah, I'm wordlessly just eating.
Okay.
I thought you ate meat now.
Nah.
I mean, last time you ate it, it seemed like you're really enjoying it. David, wait up! That's like Barrio, isn't it?
Yeah, Bari. Bari the fairy.
Yeah. Let's quickly go. Hey, Barry, you gonna wake up?
What do you want? Trying to sleep?
We're heading up now. So, what do you want?
Okay. He kind of just like rolls over and like wraps his wings around himself. He's still a glowing, floating little puffball, but kind of sleeping in the bottom of the thing, and less vibrating. So yeah, you head towards the stairs. Are you guys heading up?
I will quickly dash back and grab something to eat.
Okay. So,
And then head up.
Thaevan's just on autopilot at this point. So
Rightio.
gets up, eats, goes to the stairs.
Okay. It's
And,
almost...
I start poking on the way up. What's eating at you? You've been southern for quite a while now.
It's almost as if this is formulaic in application. So yeah, no worries.
Is he really? Are you? Just think about. Oh wait, you weren't awake when I smacked. that
No,
other guy.
yeah, he wasn't there for that.
No, he wasn't. Okay, so he has no idea what's coming for him. I turn around and slap him across the face.
Okay. This is amusing to me. This is like a grown ass man slapping a surly dwarf, but you swing really hard and hit his armor and like kind of stings your hand a bit, but I think you got the intention across.
I kind of stick the finger that hurt the most in my mouth, and then and then kind of like just shake off my whole hand, and then just start walking up the stairs.
Okay. So, as you guys are starting to walk up the stairs, it takes a little while. And it's a bit strange. As you're walking up, you start to notice there is a very salty smell. And the sounds of nothingness and the clacking of boots on stone seem to start fading away. It starts to sound more woody. And as you continue walking up, you also notice that the sounds of the sounds of the ocean and creaking timbers can be heard. You continue on up, and you find yourself on the deck of a ship.
I don't know how Thaevan feels about water, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
He's a wood elf and a ranger.
So yeah, you like walk up, and as you're continuing up, you bump your head into the deck, like the underside of a hatch, and instinctively you reach up and push the hatch lid open, and then yeah, you're faced with the bright light of the day, and you find yourself on the deck of a ship. Sort of waves crashing against it, the sails unfurled. Looking around, you see little islands dotted off in the distance here and there, but for the most part, everything seems to be relatively peaceful. Do you continue the whole way up onto the deck?
I kind of was going up first, so I guess yes.
Okay. So, as you reach up onto the deck of the ship, you hear a voice yell out, going, "Hey, what do we got here? It's a bit strange for some stowaways, this long out in the voyage. Who be ye?"
Thaevan.
Alright. Well, the name's Davos. I'm the first mate of the ship. You'll have to come with me and speak with the captain. It's, not exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm just kind of perplexed. We came up a staircase and we ended up in a boat?
Yeah, well, that happens from time to time. Well, stairwalkers, they have a tendency of coming up, but it's pretty uncommon, especially for there to be more than one. Actually, a couple of the crew here have been stairwalkers and have come up on this very ship, but yeah, hasn't happened for a couple of years.
This town never ceases to amaze.
Yeah, well, we're all kinda pretty much given up on the tower. No one knows where the stairs are that keep going. So, we're kinda like settling in. And yeah, this is the ship, the Bloody Wake. We're part of the captains. So, but come with me. The captain will tell you a bit more. So, do you follow?
Yeah. For one, civil people.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
civil is relative.
Hey, compared to what we've seen, you guys are civil.
Ah, yes, well, what level would this be for you two?
5.
3 or 4.
Alright. The newcomers. It's a shame for you to have been trapped here on this level so abruptly. But come along, come along. So he takes you guys across, and as you're walking along the deck of the ship, you see the hatches, and all 3 of the sails are completely unfurled. They're fluttering. There is a good breeze going. Looking up, you do see old mate over here. If the button will work. It's lagging a bit. It's a bit weird. that guy there, he's up in the crow's nest, keeping an eye out. But yeah, so this is really strange that it's lagging so hard. But yeah, Captain Sawyer, First Mate Davos takes you up these stairs, and then as he gets up the stairs, he goes, "Oi, Captain, we got some stowaways." And the captain turns around and looks at you two and says, "Well, isn't this unusual?"
We can't see you.
Yeah, nothing in front of us.
There's a line there.
Oh, that's really strange.
Yeah.
Really strange, actually.
Should I step forward and see if that makes a difference? No, still nothing.
Yeah, all that area is completely blocked off.
That's really, really weird.
The joys of trialing dynamic lighting.
I don't suppose you blocked off that area?
No, I didn't block it off.
Well, now it's been revealed at least, but just
It's kind of great.
It's advanced fog of war. We can't see it. Anything currently there.
Yeah, it's really strange because you've got lighting source right here, so you should be able to see.
We've got our own sources, right?
Yeah, you've got your own sources, but oh, hold on, I know what it is. I think. No.
Yeah, you can't see anything there. To like there. Oh there.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be affected because there's. I mean, I do have a dynamic lighting line in place there, but you guys should be able to walk up, and the stairs make sense. But now that you're up there, you should be able to see there is light up there.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the dramatic lighting wall, but I can't go to, up here it's a weird line blocking everything else off.
It's kind of like it's showing up as if we've been there but aren't currently there. You know how they show up?
Yeah, I know how that is, but I'm getting a hell of a lot of lag though. Ah, that button.
There we go.
There we go.
I had the token there, but apparently I didn't hit the button that all players can see light. Okay. Just a second, because this is really bad. It's actually clunking down a fair bit.
If you have a whole bunch of tokens on the map, that tends to do that. As well as your streaming.
Yeah, but it's...
That's
fine. It's significantly more than usual. It must be the dynamic lighting.
Loving the background noise.
Okay, so yeah, the captain looks at you and goes, "Well, it is most unusual, but it's been at least 3 years since the last time we had a stowaway." Looking at Davos. And the captain looks back at you and says, "I am Captain Soyan, and welcome aboard the Bloody Wake. How much has Davos told you to?" Davos moves over and says, "I was starting to tell him who we're affiliated with." Yes, well, we are indeed members of the captains. The ruling class, if you will, of our fair town, Redwater. We're actually on our way back there now. So, if you've got any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Where's the stairs to the next level?
We don't know. You see, Redwater, well, before it was Redwater, but the town of Redwater, it was the captains that first come in and cleared the area of the overwhelming majority of the Sahwin forces that called the reef and the areas around it home. And we voyaged around looking for the stairs, and no one's been able to find it. Well, that isn't true. That's basically the story that we are told to give out. But as I said, we are members. We are in good standing, so to speak. But yes, the captains do know where the stairs are, and providing enough gems to the High Captain, they'll take you there. They'll take you to the stairs. But the problem is, we've looked around for it. Actually, that's kind of the reason why we sail at the moment. We are looking for the stairs for ourselves, but we don't know how the captain knows, or the High Captain knows where it is, but we're trying to find it. So
anyone that finds the stairs has never heard of it again, I'm guessing.
Well, I don't really think there's much point in anyone that finds the stairs coming back to a place like this. Which, finding the stairs is one thing, and, there are some people that must have found it. There are many people that aren't heard from again, but we don't tend to hold that against them. The interesting thing, I suppose, is some people do come back. Actually, the captains themselves have, the quartermaster. He was the first one that ventured out and then come back. He brings goods and things that we need for the town, but it's pretty much just a method for the captains to further solidify their position in Redwater.
Out of curiosity, how much would you have to pay a captain to find out where the stairs is?
Well, yeah, I can tell you. So, just a second. I'm just going to look it up. He says, well, the captains, they insist on 500 purple gems, 250 red gems, 100 green gems, and 50 blue gems. That is their fee.
Sounds like highly, extortion, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but they're the only ones that know the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the people that find their way to Redwater will end up giving up on being stairwalkers and become stoopbacks. But those that can't pay their way find themselves well and truly the RAF.
The RAF?
The RAF, yes. They're pretty much those that have just given up on bothering to live. They often have nothing to their names, and for most of them, they tend to wither and die away pretty quickly. There are a handful that do live in the squalor and seem to thrive there, but for the most part, they don't last long.
Thaevan kind of walks over and starts silently looking over the edge of the ship.
So, as you're doing that, Davos yells out, "Be careful there, laddie. You fall over, we ain't stopping."
I'm tempted just to push you in.
He just keeps going.
Making it awfully tempting there.
So Soyin pipes up and says, "I'm sure you've got plenty more questions. Is there any more that you want to know?"
How long until you get into the boat, I guess?
Yeah, it's probably going to be maybe a day or two, depending on the winds.
Thaevan's feeling really uneasy right now.
Yeah.
Roll
Also-
a Constitution check.
Damn it, I knew you were gonna say that. Save or check?
Same, whichever.
Either way, my bonus is 0, so... Oh, great.
Alright, so yeah, you are starting to feel a bit queasy. So, you know, you think it's probably a good idea to maybe try and be as still as possible.
Can I just lie down on my back?
Yeah, you certainly can. There's no reason why you can't.
I do that.
Alright.
And then she realizes it's making it worse.
Yeah. So Davos looks over and goes, "Oh, lad, you have definitely not been on the open waters. You're incredibly green. I'd recommend going and standing closer towards the middle of the ship and stand up. It'll definitely work better for making you feel better than laying down."
Does it really make it worse?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Alright, I crawl back to here and I kind of like grab a hold of Vonnir and pull myself up.
Okay.
Kind of like grappling up the side of him.
I am not a stool, you know.
I kind of, once I'm stood up, I kind of pat him on the head, but just like I look like I'm trying not to vomit.
If you vomit, don't go near me. We don't have the music cannon here. You won't be able to clean that shit up.
At that, Suyan just sort of like sighs and goes, "Ah, the fountain. Yeah, it's been, what, 25 years since I last saw the fountain?"
This
You
one
haven't
puked
tried
in it.
going back down?
Sadly, I can't. I arrived much like you did. A stowaway. I know where the stairs are that lead to the town of Redwater, and I did venture up there a couple of times and tried to walk down, but you know, I just started to feel very faded every time I started to take a step. That's actually how some people disappear, is they force their way downstairs, and yeah, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but most people, it's like they have a gift for it or something.
Oh yeah, the whole disappearing act whenever you try to go back downstairs. Oh, back a level.
Yeah, so you all remember that when you both remember when you were dealing with the kobolds, that you were capable of walking downstairs. That was fine walking down back down to the staging room. But by the way
when
that
we tried to get to the original floor, then we started disappearing.
yeah, so Davos speaks up and says, "Yeah, well, you know, there's been times where I've tried to walk down myself, and in previous levels, I have been able to. It can be a bit weird. Sometimes you'll walk down a level and you'll end up not where you expected. But I do know that the quartermaster seems to have a pretty good control of it. Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he walks downstairs and he goes where he wants to go."
This quartermaster sounds pretty interesting for now. Suppose he's on the ship.
No, the quartermaster, he spends his time at the dockyards at Redwater. The only time he ever ventures out is when him and his select crew are going on a supply run. Some people have tried following the captain's crown, which is the ship that they usually take, heading towards the stairs, but those that follow either aren't heard from again or turn up dead.
I guess I was gonna ask you before, but I forgot. How would one earn money on these areas?
Well, there's lots of different ways to earn. That's the thing about Redwater. You know, the price that the captains are asking for passage out of or to the stairs, it's steep, but because the amount of stairwalkers that have found their way into Redwater, there are a lot of gems moving around. So I'm sure you'll find a way of earning your keep. I would highly recommend that you find yourselves to the Hazy Purple Tavern. It's kind of a tradition that those that end up there get a free drink. It's kind of a last hurrah to getting stuck. So,
Seems like we're gonna be stuck here for a while until we find the door ourselves, or till we earn enough to find to buy our way out.
well, yeah. I mean, if you want, I'll give you a few gems, but you got to earn it first. Just help out on the ship for the next day or so until we get back to port.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were gonna say something else. I was a bit scared for a second.
Now, what were you thinking I was gonna say? Little dwarf. Right? I mean, I'm tall, and you look at him, and yeah, he's about 6'2". He's a pretty tall dude, Captain Soyan. He's elvish of some variety, and yeah, he's dressed in very fine blue clothes, tricone hat, and
I don't suppose you're not gonna. We both had the same work, right? You're not gonna have a special work for Thaevan, are you?
he looks over and says, "Well, I'm assuming the wood elf over here is Thaevan."
Oh yes,
Man, a few words.
I kind of wistfully just pull out my pan flute and try to distract myself by playing it.
Roll a Constitution save.
Damn it! Just trying to avoid that. Trying to distract you. Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, so yeah, you pull out your pan flutes and you start playing. You start to feel the urge to vomit, and it starts to rise, but you manage to kind of swallow it down, and yeah, it tastes like you're swallowing risen vomit. But yeah, you manage to pull it down, and as that's happening, First Mate Davos looks at you and just raises an eyebrow and grins, but you cover for yourself pretty well and manage to successfully play a... What kind of a tune are you trying to play here?
One that reflects Thaevan's current mood, so depressing.
Okay, I actually don't know if it's physically possible to play a depressing pan flute tune.
Okay, fine.
But
some dancing jig then that reminds him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you somehow managed to squeeze out a very sad dancing jig out of a pan flute. It's impressive, and fuck. Put everything come together that quick that I don't even remember the characters' names. And Captain Soyan looks over at you and says, "Well, I don't know that you'll get a lot of gems playing that sort of music, but you know, if you can play, you could probably earn a couple of coins over at the Hazy Purple Tavern."
Alright, at that comment, I glare at him and kind of move to an upbeat song, but like pull the sourest face while I'm playing it.
I'm imagining that the sour face is because the acidic reflux sort of taste has sort of like come back again, and you're like, oh, trying to get past it. But yeah, you managed to squeeze out a tune that is much more upbeat. All the while, you're still feeling pretty uneasy about being at the back of the ship as it's rising and falling in the waves.
I'm trying to distract myself with the pan flute, obviously.
So, Davos says, well, if you want to earn, You can earn by maybe getting down and helping out in the mess.
Damn it,
If,
you want me to do physical labor.
If you want to pay your way, that'll be 2 blue gems and a green gem for passage.
Hey,
how
you
much
had no
are we
choice about being
earning
here.
for working?
Sorry?
You go first.
We have no choice as to but to be here, and you want us to pay our way?
Well, you can pay or you can earn. Or you can swim. It's not our fault that you ended up here.
I look at my armor, thinking of just going into the water. You wouldn't throw a dwarf overboard.
So,
You may as well just be throwing me with rocks on me.
well,
Crazy bastard.
maybe it might be best to either pay or work.
This is extortion.
It's not extortion. You can work.
Kinda
and
is.
you can earn.
I mean, like
Fine.
you're telling us to either work, pay, or swim with metal
No
weighing
one-
a lot.
So Soyen looks you over and says, well, maybe it might be better off just leaving everything here on the ship if you want to swim.
You could be a cold bastard.
We don't get by without making coin or making gem for ourselves.
Yeah. How much you paying for work then?
I'll pay 10 green gems and 2 blue gems.
Each?
Each.
Meh. Alright.
Don't have much of a choice, do we? I mean, between sinking to the bottom of the ocean and working, I think I see the better option here.
So do I. Just,
And I proceed to jump off the boat.
okay, well, you'd sink for... Yeah, I'd like to think that if you were going to do that, Davos would think quick, run over and tie a chain around your waist, so then use you as an anchor. But yeah, okay, so if you're going to work...
Is there any kind of birds flying up ahead or whatever?
So looking...
Anything flying above me?
Yeah, looking around, you can't see any bird life. It's like you're probably a little bit too far out to sea at the moment. But I'll get you both to roll a perception check.
What I was kind of hoping for was to impress him with my archery skills since my pan flute kind of failed.
Right.
Oh, great, but we're rolling perception.
Yeah, I was in the middle of doing it. I was just speaking at the same time.
Alright, so while Vonnir, while you're turning to look around, you immediately spot, not too far away, probably, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards away, or 100 feet away rather, you spot a pod of whales cresting out of the water. And not too long after you spot it, so do you, Thaevan.
In what direction?
So what do you think of... Eh?
Sorry?
Is
whaling.
it this way or this way?
Towards the bottom. It's just
There?
taking forever to ping. Yeah. So it's out
Okay.
in that direction, the last direction.
So what do you think of whaling? You know, harpooning a whale, eating it,
Uh,
feasting on
so,
blubber?
are you asking that of the captain, or...?
Everyone around.
So, so when you say that, Captain Soyan says, well, we're not set up to drag a whale. But if you've got some way of, dragging a whale to shore to, you know, be eaten, I'm sure that'll get you, more than a couple of gems. But you probably won't be able to do it with our ship.
while I was
It
looking
was a
around,
joke, but
do I see any way that I could potentially show off my archery skills and try and impress this captain out of making me do physical labor?
I mean, you could maybe try attempting to shoot near the railing of the crow's nest, near the guy
You're
up
gonna
there.
make me do it at disadvantage, though, aren't you? Because I'm feeling queasy and I'm on a boat.
Yeah, and if you miss, you may hit the sailor, and that may not be a good way to
Yeah,
enamel
no.
yourself.
Okay, I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yep.
Begrudgingly, I'll do the hard labor.
Okay, well, so, Soyan says to Davos, well, take our new recruits down and show them the cookie. I'm sure he's got some potatoes that need peeling. And yeah, they takes you downstairs. Or rather, yeah, so you go over to this hatch here. And that's alright, I'll take his down. Okay, I have a feeling that this might be a minor issue, but and this lag's really bad.
It's just weird seeing me sat on a strip of black. Ow.
How was that?
Alright, yeah, so
I see black.
that's weird because you guys do have some vision. Okay.
Did you put like the normal? What's it called?
Yeah, it's not global on this one.
Yeah, but it looks like you put the ones where you have to reveal it yourself up.
Yeah, okay, just hold on. Hold the phone.
But
Oh,
my
Jesus.
phone's not in this room.
Well, don't hold it then.
And someone else has my phone at the moment. I can't hold it if it's not here.
Jesus Christ, this is so bad.
Ah,
There
we
we
can see
go.
the next ship as well.
I don't think we were meant to see that one, but oh well.
Yeah, well, it's not next shift, it's just another level. Alright, yeah, because this is going so slow, I'm gonna say that it takes you across, and you guys head... might help if I have the right button selected. You head over to the door over here.
There?
Yeah. Alright, and... did I actually add...
I can't get in.
Yeah, hold on, I'm working on it.
I'll try to force my way through, but it's not working.
Roll a strength check.
But wait
I
a
made
minute.
the target.
Because I've been doing the same thing.
Oh, both roll a strength check then.
Damn it.
Athletics check.
Strength or athletics?
Yep. It's a single door, so it's... I'm guessing you're both pushing each other to try and push your way through. Well, okay, so Vonnir's in front of the thing, and you come behind and just like shove him straight through the door. It's amusing because the door was clearly unlocked.
But they
No,
were trying to
it's
get
not.
through.
It's not deleting. This is weird. There we
I'm guessing it was just jammed.
go. Yeah, so you move on in, and yeah, so me go. Oh, wrong layer. So yeah, Cookie over here. He looks at you two and goes, ah. Oh well, and Davos had brought you down, so he looks at you and goes, ah, well, I could definitely use the hand. Yeah, go and grab some of the potatoes out of those sacks and start peeling them. You know, we've got a bit to do.
Alright, Thaevan. I'll supervise you as you peel these potatoes.
You
Don't
go,
worry.
and Cookie looks at you and says, no, I think you're mistaken. I'm the supervisor, you cheeky shit. Go and peel potatoes. Rub them on your beard. It'll probably do a great job of cleaning them up while you're at it.
Hey, you do not touch a dwarf's beard.
I'm not
for cleaning potatoes.
Well,
I'm not touching them. I'm suggesting maybe you should rub your potatoes on your beard and
May
clean them
I
up that way.
interject here? While this argument is going on, I pick up a potato and just kind of wordlessly rub it against Vinny, who's looking at Cookie, so he's not seeing me do it.
Okay. Where exactly are you rubbing the potato against him?
Against his beard.
Against his beard. Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh, great. Let me find it.
Okay, yeah, you managed to get the potato into his beard and kind of start moving it around. And you're doing it at the same pace that, like, he's moving his mouth, so he has absolutely no idea that it's happening for, like, the first few words. And it's only as Cookie looks at this and has this massive grin on his face do you look down and see Thaevan's hand holding a potato deep in your beard.
So, he stops talking, and then you can see I slowly turn around. What do you doing?
He said to clean the potatoes on your beard?
This Cookie pipes up and says, I wasn't being serious, but that's great.
You know, I actually liked you the most, but you touched my beard.
I needed
You
some.
dumb,
I needed to
filthy elf.
I needed to know if I could still feel happiness.
Well, can you feel happiness?
Yes, apparently.
Well, let's see if you can feel pain. As I hold out my hand.
As this is happening, you hear some yelling from up on deck. And from what you can hear, actually, both of you roll a perception check.
Well, if we don't hear it, it's gonna be bad news for Thaevan.
I totally didn't
Oh fuck. Okay. And actually,
One of us hears.
let me just get another roll, because while I was asking you to do that, I forgot to roll myself.
You may want to get the turn counter out.
I will. When
Hey,
it's time.
stop backseat DMing.
I will when it's time. So yeah, Thaevan, you hear quite clearly, and so does Cookie. Quick! All up on the deck! Captain's orders! Pirates incoming!
So I kind of just put my finger over Vonnir's mouth and kind of point upwards.
Oh, I've got my hand out about to cast a freaking spell.
Okay, well, you can do that, that's fine. But as the cookie sees this, he says, "Nah, no time for fucking around, boys. We got to defend this ship, unless we want to be at the bottom of the ocean."
We'll finish this after the pirates. Damn elf. Oh, you're on your shit list now. Congrats.
So, and this sailor over here, he comes racing up as well.
It kind of won't let me drag me to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
there we go.
because of boundaries. All right, yeah. So you all get up and
Well,
Guys-
That question. Why is there bandits attacking a ship?
pirates.
But it clearly says bandit.
Where does it say bandit?
On the roll that came through, wisdom roll.
Oh yeah, I just use bandits as the model. Hold on, I can fix that real easy.
But bandits on the high sea?
Well,
that's a nice
pirates
roll.
Heresy.
pirates just are bandits of the sea.
Shush you!
But they're
Stop
pirates.
DMing. I was okay with it being bandits. Just for the record, I'm a good guy. And until next Sunday when I have rocks thrown at my head from some invisible god.
I mean, like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. I mean, like, I'm just gonna thunder wave you off the ship. I mean, you've already seen what I did to the last boss.
I
Hold
can't
on.
believe I did this. I can't believe I won that roll. Oh my god. Yeah. Just kind of picturing this dwarf halfway through talking and looking down and seeing a potato hand in his beard.
Alright,
Well, I
Still-
hope it was worth it.
Hey, Thaevan was fighting back a smile. It's the first time he's had any kind of emotion since he came up
Yeah,
the
but he
stairs.
did it at the dwarf's expense. And you remember what he did to the freaking the tiefling?
Yeah, I kind of had forgotten about that.
Yeah, probably should have remembered that before you did it.
He like takes
Sorry.
everything you say so literally though.
I'm
So
actually
I had to take him literally.
yeah, I'm actually really struggling with how much this is slowed right down.
Getting all the bad rolls out of the way.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh, it's just initiative. But to get back into my game, this is I'll just keep scoring crit hits on you guys. It's fine.
New dice.
Global elimination.
Actually, don't move your camera at all.
Yeah, I can kind of already see something.
Yeah.
But did it fix the
Have you
lag?
decided to get rid of dynamic, have you? Slowing it down too much?
Yeah.
That's why you can't really have two big maps for dynamic lighting, as well as a whole bunch of tokens.
Okay, alright. Well. Okay, I think it's still probably pretty laggy, but
That could just be your internet.
no, I doubt it. Alright. So, yeah, okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so pirates. So yeah, you come up up to the top, and the guy in the crow's nest starts pointing out and up this way. It says, pirates coming in! Pirates coming in! So, let me just quickly roll some initiatives for everyone. And I will change the music as well.
All good, we kind of just assumed that that's what we'd be doing.
What the? Refresh and puts me in another game.
That's weird. Like as in, mine's a Fandalin.
Now another mate's running a different game. I'll go put in
Oh,
that
okay.
one.
Oh,
That's
that
really
one's
weird.
not right. Need to swap that one back out. Because that one's not a sailor.
No, someone rolled a higher initiative than me.
Everyone's rolled a high initiative than me. Shut up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
Jesus.
I got all excited thinking I was gonna go first for once. And someone ended up with a bloody 21.
Damn it, I forgot to do the thing.
The thing?
Yeah, hit the loop on the combat music.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, which... Yeah, so the very first thing that happens is, as everyone's sort of scrambling around and, Davos and, Soyan come running across, is a barrage of arrows comes rolling in. Okay. And yeah, so the arrows come rolling in, and let's see, 1, 2. Okay, so Thaevan, Vonnir, Davos, and I actually need those things out here, and Soyan, you all managed to avoid getting hit, or the arrows come in and hit shields and armor, but don't bite in and don't have any major effect. However, all of the sailors get absolutely pummeled. So this one is now looking quite badly wounded. Like one of them, this guy up here, looks like he's on death's door.
Which one? Okay.
This one back here is not looking much better. This one over at the back, what you didn't notice before, Thaevan, was this guy was vomiting head over the side. He gets hit in the back of the head and just plummets off to the side. A Wilhelm scream and everything. Ah! Alright, and then, as that happens, you see the first of the pirates come launching from the ship. And he comes and lands over there. He hits the deck like he just leaped. Phenomenal strength and just has leapt sailed through the air and landed next to this pirate. Next to the sailor, rather. And he tries to slash out with his scimitar at the sailor. Lands with a biting cut. Deals 4 points of slashing damage. Your turn, Thaevan.
Okay, I kind of look around and at what point on the boat could I stand with the least amount of movement from the water?
The most stable place is probably as close to the center mast as possible. But pretty much anywhere along the center of the ship, so from roughly that point to that point, the whole way around, is going to be pretty comfortable and pretty stable.
Well, I moved there.
Yep.
And I want to loose an arrow at one of the pirates on the other ship, the closest one kind of to me.
Okay, so you'll be rolling with disadvantage because it is over 100 feet away.
Okay.
Actually,
still gonna try.
What's the range on your bow?
The longbow. I
Yeah.
don't know. It says crit range 20, but I don't actually know what the range is.
It should say what the range is. Let me have a quick look.
I think it's like 150 to 600.
Yeah, so you might actually be able to have a straight roll on that.
In description, it says up to 2 creatures within 5 feet. I don't think that's meant to be the
not right.
And yeah.
Okay, the range is 150 feet to 600 feet.
So no disadvantage?
No disadvantage, so roll away. Okay, yeah, so an arrow comes streaking in. And
Should have cast Hunter's Mark. Never mind.
doesn't matter because you managed to catch one of the pirates just as he's about to leap square in the face, and he kind of like just leaps straight off the side of the ship and dies immediately. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep. Just happy to finally get some therapy killing going for Thaevan so he can start to be a bit more himself.
Yep. Okay, so the sailor that just got attacked, he's not having any part of just being attacked like that without some retaliation. He draws a cutlass and comes slashing back. Unfortunately, the pirate was ready for it and managed to parry it quite deftly. Okay, so the next pirate comes launching in. He lands right in front of Captain. What's his name? Captain. I'm terrible for this. Captain. Yep. Captain Soyan. I need to adjust some of the sizes of these so I can still see everything. Bear with me. Yeah, so he lands and he draws his scimitar and slashes out at the captain. The captain, however, he is quite ready, and with his rapier, he manages to deftly parry it, applying pressure to the pirate's hand and making him disengage a fraction. Next pirate comes launching in, and he actually tries to land up on top of the crow's nest. I'm going to see how well he's able to do that. Which he fails miserably. He actually hits the side of the crow's nest and like bounces clean off, and plummets down from the top, which is probably about 20 feet up. So
That'll be 2d10.
yeah, so he hits the deck pretty hard. He's looking pretty battered, pretty bruised, and he's currently prone. I need a thing.
It's lucky not to be dead, jeez.
Yeah, he actually rolled pretty high on his health. Okay, so Davos. A little bit pissed off at the pirate attack. He he draws a mace. And what you notice looking at Davos is he's pretty heavily equipped. Like he's wearing a chain shirt and he's got a mace and a shield. He pulls out the mace and swings at the back of the pirate's head. And yeah, he hits the pirate clean in the head. The pirate looks a bit stunned, but he's still got some fight left in him. He's pretty tough. Yeah. Okay, the captain's turn. So the captain, Captain Soyan. He presses his advantage and swings out with his rapier once. And presses the rapier straight through the pirate's heart. This pirate's not seeing another moment of life. The captain then runs over, seeing the other pirate on the ground, and presses the rapier down at him, driving that one through the pirate's throat. He then races over, heading towards the other pirate, but he knows he's not going to get there in time. The sailor up in the crow's nest, he looks out, and he's going to attempt to try and shoot at one of the oncoming pirates. He's got disadvantage because he's trying to shoot at him with a light crossbow, but he's still going to try and do it, empowered by Thaevan. And he gets close to an oncoming pirate, but not quite close enough. Okay. Next in comes a quite heavily armored individual, and he lands with a heavy thud. This guy is wearing... Hold on. I actually don't think I've got him out at the moment. Let me find that one. He lands, and as he lands, he lets out an almighty roar. He's wearing chainmail. He's carrying a heavy shield. He's also got a hefty-looking wicked club, mace in his hand as well. So he lands, and looking around, what does he do? He's just going to try and swing his mace straight at the sailor in front of him. And yeah, he hits the sailor, knocking him stupid. The mace hits him square in the chest, and, like, he kind of ragdolls a bit, heaving his breath, and collapses to the ground. He's no longer for this world. Then
he has no strength modifier?
Sorry?
He has no strength modifier? Just look at the damage roll, it's just a 5. No pluses to damage.
Yeah, no strength modifier. But thank you, because that should be that one.
Hidden?
Yeah. Yeah, so
some of them are hidden and then others aren't. I don't know.
I thought you were just doing it out of the open on purpose.
Thanks, Pumper, for the subscription. I'll catch up with you later, Dan. Good seeing you around. And hey, Johnny Over. Not too much is happening at the moment, but we're killing pirates. So just bear with us. Then this guy, he turns around and rushes over to the sailor over here. And he swings out with his mace for a second time.
I'd just like to point out, if you don't have enough strength, your half movement's like halved in heavy armor.
Yeah,
Unless
it's,
you're
it's
dwarf.
25 feet, yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
It's not quite halved, but it is reduced.
He did?
He didn't. So he did swing out, and yeah, the sailor was kind of ready for him. What he may not have been ready for is the third attack.
What? This guy's got fucking 3 attacks?
He's got 3 attacks.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So
target number 1.
he swings out, and the sailor over here, he seems quite deft, and he yells out at this guy and says, "You look tough, but this ain't my first level, bitch." And the big burly pirate says, "Yeah, well, I'm the first mate of the Skull's Claw, and I'm gonna take all your skulls and your claws." And now it's that sailor's attempt. He swings out himself. With a 14, the armored, the first mate, the pirate first mate, lifts his shield and manages to deflect that blow. Now we move on to this pirate's turn, and he comes flying out, and he lands right here, and where's my button? Where's my button? Button. Who's got my button? There it is. He swings out his scimitar at the sailor here, and with a 14 for the attack roll, he takes the heavily.
Literally so, by the way.
Okay, this is really dumb because I'm sure I've swapped all of these
No,
over.
that's why I'm telling you. Because
Yeah.
some of them are, and then some of them aren't. And
Yeah, but yeah, I just mean it's really dumb because like fuck button. Because I have got these selected as thingy, but apparently it's doing something really weird. Alright, yeah, so anyway, so he swings out with his scimitar and takes the head of this heavily wounded sailor off. The head flies overboard and the sailor's body just collapses.
I hope I don't have to clean that up.
That one. And the next pirate comes sailing in overboard, over the edge, and he lands here. He's seeing his friend. He's going for the help. But this sailor, is a sturdy fellow. He manages to bring his saber across and deflect the incoming scimitar. And another pirate also sails on in, landing right here, behind the loudmouth sailor over yonder, and swings out with the scimitar. And yeah, bites into this sailor, dealing a wicked cut, but nothing too critical. Okay, and another pirate also comes sailing in, and he's going to try and land on the crow's nest. We'll see how if he can manage it. He didn't see his mate fail. He saw his mate launch, but didn't see where it landed. Yeah, and he kind of does almost exactly the same thing, but kind of bounces the other way.
And falls prone.
Not quite. He falls dead.
Damn it. Okay, well, no, that's better.
Yeah, so he took 15 damage on his 14 health. Vonnir, your turn.
At the long last! Alright, let's see if I can get there in time. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so I like to target this random guy.
Yeah, sure.
Should I go for the high damage one? Nah, I'll just go for the normal one first. Test the waters.
Okay. And I need pirate first mate. So Constitution save. And he succeeds, so he takes half damage. 9 reduced to... what's that?
4.
Reduced to 4, yes. That'll do. And that's 15-foot cube, yeah? Center on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Yep, sure, so you get him, yep. And it was just him that you were going for?
Yep.
Right, not a problem. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, just deafening everyone.
Yep. So everyone's a little bit loud, but, bleeding ears and whatnot. And the next pirate, well, this one over here, rather, attacks back at, the sailor. And with a 21 on his attack roll, he deals a vicious cut on the slightly distracted sailor. This sailor is looking quite worse for wear. Thaevan, your turn.
How much movement would it cost for me to get up to the crow's nest?
Roll an athletics check. But yeah, so basically, depending on how high your athletics would be, you'd either get up there this turn, or it'd be the start of next turn that you'd get up there.
Oh, we would take an action, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Damn it.
So it'll be the start of next turn by the time you get up there.
Okay.
Turns out climbing up to the crow's nest on ropes on a ship that's moving around in rough seas is a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, so this.
I need new dice, by the way.
No worries, just roll yourself some new dice. So this here sailor that is being ganged up, he yells out, "Captain, I'm in trouble!" And he tries to slash out with his saber at the guy that dealt the vicious cut, and he cuts back quite well, but probably not biting as hard as the scimitar that fed on him. Dead. That one's dead. And alright. Now it is Davos's turn. So looking around, he 60 feet. Okay, so he's gonna rush on over and he says, "Don't worry, Shim, I've got ya." And he reaches out. Sorry?
I thought he would have gone for that guy.
No. So he reaches out over towards the sailor over here, and brings his hand up, and yeah. So for the moment, there is a shimmering field around this this here sailor.
Wait, what? No, that's about they can recognize this spell.
Roll a religion check.
Religion.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay, it's something that you're not quite sure on exactly what the spell is, but you do feel it as though it comes from some form of divine magic. Just the way he was moving his hand around and whatnot. Okay. So now it is Soyan's turn, and actually, no, it is not. There is another lair action.
Where?
Yeah, so, ooh, what's it gonna do? A ballista round comes flying out.
Oh, fuck.
And the round sails clean over, like it kind of splinters through the rail here, and manages to just come screeching through, and then punches through this rail and keeps sailing out into the ocean. You're definitely under attack by these pirates.
I'm just more scared about that thing hitting. Like, if that hits, you're dead. We're not on a level high enough to survive that hit.
Well,
it rolls really low.
You don't know. Like, you know it's a heavy round, but, you know.
I mean, like, I had one in my game before, so I do kind of know.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the one in your game may be a different sort of ballista. It's not necessarily, it's not called a ballista, but it is a ballista. You'll see, maybe. Okay, yeah. So it is Captain Soyan's turn, and Soyan, he comes running out. So he runs over and gets into combat with these two. And yeah, he swings out with his rapier, or rather thrusts out with his rapier. Okay, that one didn't have health. That's weird. I just need to quickly roll this one's health. Sorry, guys.
That's kind of all things to miss, hey?
Okay, so yeah, he stabs out with a vicious thrust. And then, retracting his rapier, he strikes again. But the pirate manages to bring his scimitar up and deflect it. So he retracts, kind of re-angles, gauging everything a little bit more before striking out for a third time. This time, driving it straight through the pirate's eye. Retracting the scimitar, retracting the rapier, he turns to the other pirate and says, "Flee, leave my sailor." Okay, so the sailor in the crow's nest looks around and kind of sees the situation, sees that there are still pirates on deck, and there are still sailors on deck, but he's a little bit concerned, so he kind of tries to shoot out at this one through the fluttering sail. So he's going to be shooting with disadvantage. Actually, no, he wouldn't do that. That doesn't make sense.
He'd reach down and help me up.
No, he actually doesn't know you're coming up. Because of the way the crow's nest is shaped, it's kind of belled out at the top, so he wouldn't see you coming up from where you're coming. So he's going to shoot out at this one over here near the railing. And he misses. The crossbow bolt ends up stuck in the railing of the ship. So, surveying the situation, he's the first mate of the pirate ship. I need to find the tab. There we go. Actually, kind of need to reorganize these a little bit so that I can see them a little bit easier. Alright. Yeah, so, seeing the situation. He, he kind of stomps down and makes himself look pretty big. And as he does this, he reaches up into the air, and a floating trident comes flying down from on high and plunges straight through this sailor's head. And the trident keeps on continuing down until it's pierced into the ground. You notice that this trident is glowing faintly. So,
spiritual weapon?
Yeah. That's my trident. Don't laugh. It's the best I can do.
It looks like a
Chicken's foot, I know.
Sorry, it can't be not said.
No, as soon as you started saying looks, I'm like, yeah, it's a chicken's foot. But yeah, so the grinning and cocky sailor is kind of thoroughly dead now. Alright. Now, this pirate's turn. He's going to go running over to Vonnir, and he's going to attempt to slash out with his scimitar. And with a 22 to hit, he hits you for 6 slashing damage.
I give him a smile as I freaking give him a nice shot back.
Yep. Okay.
Damn.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
He takes a full 4 points of damage. Actually, just need something, because there's one thing I didn't bring in that I probably should have. So, just so I can make this a bit easier for everyone to see what's going on.
Sorry, is it that much again?
Sorry? It is 6 slashing damage you took.
Cool.
Okay. Actually, we'll redo that one so it's something a bit easier for me to keep track of. What's something I can use here? You know what? I'm not going to use another one of them. So, in this, I'll do it with that. Shit. Sorry, guys.
Oh, good.
Okay, so that one's dead, so get rid of that one, and this one over here, he's also going to come running over, and I'm going to run on over to, actually, where is he going to run? Yeah, so he's going to run around to this side, and he's going to strike out with his scimitar. And with a 19 to hit, you take 3 slashing damage.
He has 8 movement.
Sorry?
He has 8 movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, 30 feet of movement. Yeah. He was here.
Yeah, it's just you can't go diagonal across enemy creatures.
Enemy's dead.
Me.
No, he come around behind.
Okay.
Yeah. So he steps through that space to here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 slashing damage you took. And Vonnir, your turn.
So fucking annoyed.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll take the reaction hit.
Okay.
And... it?
He slashes out at you, but you manage to catch it with your shield, deflecting it.
Goalies! Alright, the Thunderwave, level 2.
Okay. So, DC 14 on 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Oh, shit, wrong one. Let me try that again. Okay, and they both managed to save.
Damn it!
That's...
They still at least take half damage,
Yeah, it's 7 damage.
which is better than nothing.
Shit. And with that, one of them does die.
Nice.
At least that's one of them said.
Okay. Now this one over here, he's looking at Captain Soyan having come in and killed his friend, but he's determined to get a kill to his name. So he slashes out with his scimitar towards the sailor. But with a natural 1, he does not manage to hit the sailor. In fact, I'm going to say that the sailor, seeing it come in and seeing him fail so bad, manages to get an attack in himself, and manages to kill him. Thaevan, your turn.
So have I reached the top of the thing?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
So, and the sailor that's up here is a bit surprised and turns around a bit concerned that he might be under attack, having seen 2 pirates come sailing in and smack against the crow's nest and fall to their death. Turns... but
I mumble, friendly.
he seems placated, so...
Alright, what can I see over on the other ship?
Okay, on the other ship, you actually can't see all that much. You can see a few pirates milling around on deck. You can see the heavy, well, the very light ballista that's loading bolts that are oversized for it into it. You can also see a strange glass orb with a long metal tube hanging out the side of it, also encased in glass. It seems to be crackling with some sort of energy.
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on that orb?
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Is it considered a creature?
Well, actually, no, that's a valid point. It isn't a
Okay.
creature, so...
Never mind. I will cast it on the first mate on this ship then.
Okay.
And I will shoot it with
Alright.
an arrow. Just let me turn on my modifier thingy.
Yep.
Please hurt him.
It's the intention.
I mean, he's got freaking 4 attacks right now.
He's got 3 attacks.
The Triton spiritual weapon, so...
Oh, technically, yeah. Yeah, he does have 4 attacks. Yeah, so you manage to shoot in, and it hits him for 11 points of damage. That's actually a pretty decent shot.
I know, but I'm kind of disappointed that I got a natural 1 on the Hunter's Mark roll.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, the arrow strikes in, and he took a heavy hit. He kind of like grunted and sort of shrugged off to the side, but looks up at you very defiantly. And as that happens, the pirate ship, looking over to that giant orb thing, the glass orb, the energy seems to be charged up, and it releases.
Ruh-roh.
And a
Knew I should have attacked the orb. Alright.
a beam of lightning, very thin, comes arcing straight towards the crow's nest. You take 15 points of lightning damage.
Wait, no save?
No save. As does the sailor that is up there, who shudders violently before falling out of the crow's nest dead.
Wow, that hurt a lot. But you, anyways.
Okay. Looking around, the sailor over here, he kind of says, actually, what does he do? He says to the captain, "Captain, I don't think I'm very much help in this fight. I'm going downstairs. I'm sorry." And he rushes off downstairs. Okay. Davos. Looking around and seeing what this enemy first mate has done. Charges on over, trudging along. Davos doesn't look nearly as strong or nearly as armored as what this other, the pirate first mate is, but he still looks like he can put out a little bit. And as he comes running over, he waves his hand at himself in the same sort of way that he did for the other guy. And now, just so I remember this. Yeah, so he comes charging on over and does that, and he kind of stands there glaring at the other first mate. Okay, Captain Soyan, he looks around and seeing that there's no more pirates over this area, he himself charges on over in that direction. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yep. Alright, and you're dead. Alright, pirate first mate. Seeing the challenge having arisen to him, he attacks out at Davos. Actually, I just need to quickly check something. Okay. Right, yes, he swings out in a vicious barrage towards Davos. His first strike, Davos moves to the side, but it seemed to have been a feint, and his second strike strikes in and hits him in the side. Staggering, Davos then receives a vicious third blow, square to the face, and kind of staggers back, just as the spiritual weapon trident comes down. So, in that barrage, he took 26 points of damage.
Jesus.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
6. I'm just gonna do math. I'm terrible at math. Actually, I'm gonna even...
How dare you, mathy math.
Even going to go as far as bringing up a calculator.
Mathy math. There should be I reckon there should be an built-in calculator in Roll20.
Apparently, I'm also bad at English, because instead of opening up a calculator, I open up a calendar.
Just curious as to what happens if I do. No, we're not it together. Would have been cool if it did.
Davos is looking incredibly bad. He's kind of standing there heaving, holding on to what must be a broken rib. Okay, and this pirate, he's going to slash out at you, Vonnir.
That'll be a grave mistake.
16 to hit. You bring your shield up and manage to deflect that incoming strike.
Don't suppose I can see it and let it hit me?
Not really, because even if you did move your shield out of the way, it'd hit your armor and wouldn't get through it.
Ah.
Okay, Vonnir, your turn.
Well, I'm gonna ignore him. 1, 2, 3. And then we get here.
Okay, so he swings out at you again as his attack of opportunity.
Yep.
17. So close, yet so far. Just to tidy things up, I think I'm just going to get rid of all the pirates and crap. Just put them all down this end.
This guy has a shield, right?
Yes.
Fuck. Do I want to do it or not?
Do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, I'll do a freaking, I'm gonna do Thunderwave, and I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity.
Okay.
Level 3, so... got that in time.
Okay, so DC 14 con save.
That last roll, though.
Oh, it doesn't matter, it's max damage, it's 24 damage no matter what.
Yeah, so he failed. It was
Yeah,
close.
he takes
but
24 damage and push 10 feet.
Okay. Where's my calculator? Because I'm terrible at math.
At meth.
That's what I said. I'm terrible at math. I don't do math.
At math? You failed at math?
Okay, so yeah, he's looking pretty badly beaten, but he's still got some fight left in him.
Yeah, he is pushed.
He's pushed 10 feet back, yeah?
Yeah. That was 25 feet.
Sorry, 25 feet?
No, sorry, that's my room.
No, okay.
Oh no, that's 20 feet if I do crossing all that, so... And then I say to, what's his name? This guy. Get back and heal your wounds. I'll handle this guy.
Davidos. Okay. Alright. Thaevan, your turn. Now,
I want to shoot.
from your position, you probably wouldn't be able to see the pirate first mate because you've got the sail that's in the way. I will let you
Okay.
shoot at him if you want, but it will be at disadvantage.
No, I'm gonna maintain my hunter's mark on him, but I'm gonna shoot at the fucking orb. Because that thing stung like a motherfucker.
I
Okay.
just let you go, but you shouldn't actually have to make a constitution save because you took damage. So to maintain your concentration on hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Yep. Which,
I keep.
yeah, you do.
Alright,
Yeah, because I was
going
gonna
to
say
that orb?
that would have been a 15 DC. But yeah, you can shoot at it if you wish. All right, so yeah, it strikes out and hits the orb. You take a good chink out of the glass, and you can see that it's visibly disrupted, but you're not sure if it's put out of commission. It is damaged though.
Okay.
All right.
Now I then get the wrath. Yep.
All right. So then the pirate ship.
Please explode, please explode, please explode.
All right. So a barrage of arrows comes flying in.
Ah, not this shit again.
Okay. the arrows slam down on the deck everywhere. Everyone is safe. I should note that as the arrows come in, the pirates have like a glittering glow about them, and then the arrows just fall to the deck, probably about 5 feet away from them. But it comes, then disappears.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Alright. Now. He's downstairs. I'm actually going to remove him from the initiative order because he's not coming back in on this fight. And Davidos. Ooh. Now.
Take my advice.
He looks at you and he says, dwarf, I have more tricks than, you know. And... Okay, and he, holds his hand to his chest and heals himself for 14 health.
I'm seriously not going to save him from another 27.
He actually rolled a 1 in that roll. Man, I'm terrible with math. At least quick math. He also then... he backs up over this way. Probably to there. Okay. Now, for Captain Soyan. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Pictures of that freaking guy.
He comes running on over. He yells out and he goes, Davidos, look after yourself. He seems quite agitated. But,
Wait, he's gonna ignore that guy?
yeah, he's ignoring him.
Oh, come on, he's gonna attack me again.
Don't you want him to?
No, I said this guy about to attack me.
However, as he comes running past him, he launches out with 2 daggers.
Man, this guy's
One of them goes sailing past. The other one, gets him in the shoulder. And the pirate's looking very worse for wear. All right, now it is the pirate first mate. Seeing the situation and how it's turning towards him, he points out towards the captain, Captain Soyan, and with his hand extended, he lets loose with a very dark bolt of some kind of radiant energy, but it's dark. You, Vonnir, would know this to be a guiding bolt.
That ain't good.
Okay. And it looked like he cast it at a higher level as well.
Man, I'm good at telling this shit. But... But they're gonna guess I'd rather him cast a guarding bolt than 3 attacks.
And yeah, it hits the captain for 29 points of damage.
What the fuck?
And that's his turn. And now it is the pirate's turn, and he runs over, like, well, hobbles over towards Soyan, and almost half-heartedly, like, he has no fight left in him, it's just force of habit at this point, slashes out. Soyan just steps to the side and watches the swing come harmlessly wide. Vonnir, your turn.
Forgot the special weapon.
Yeah, he was concentrating, he was focused.
It's a bonus action to attack with.
I know, he was focused on what was happening, he didn't pay attention to the thing.
Coolies! Yeah, let's see if I can hit him with this. So, go out to touch him. And I'm in.
Yeah, so you grab onto his shield, and if the shield could take necrotic damage, it would. But actually, you know what? I'm going to say the shield does take necrotic damage. It is a little bit like it's rotting a little bit. And all right, Thaevan, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot the motherfucking orb again.
Alrighty.
Break that motherfucker!
Alright, yeah, so your arrow streaks out, and you're not sure if it was the damage from the previous lot or some kind of lucky hit, but you hit the end of the metal pole, and you see a big blinding flash as the glass and everything just explodes. And with that explosion, you see 3 pirates die.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Like, and it's visible that they die. Like, they went flying, and glass was embedded in them, and, like, you know, they were shredding and being zapped till hell. They were definitely going down.
Okay, and so what's this? The orb is gone now?
The orb is completely destroyed, and the back of the ship where the orb was mounted looks splintered, and there's a couple of small spot fires around that the other pirates are racing around to try and put the fires out.
Okay, and for the sake of making sure that it's not forgotten, my hunter's mark is still on the
Still
first
on
mate.
the first guy, yes. That's what that little target thing is on him, is your hunter's mark.
Okay, well, because it's a concentration spell, I just want to make sure that it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the ship's big glass cannon, literally a glass cannon, having been blown up, another one of those ballista shots comes out towards the captain. But
shit.
the bolt goes flying and actually gets tangled up in the sail, tearing a good chunk out of the sail, which has the unfortunate effect for the pirates of giving you a clean line of sight towards the pirate first mate. So yeah, at the moment, Thaevan, you can shoot at the pirate first mate without disadvantage.
Sweet.
Okay, Davidos. Where are we? He... Ooh. Actually, hold on. I need to re-roll that because I forgot that the pirate first mate used guiding bolt on Watsy, so that gives advantage on the next attack. Okay, so unfortunately, it does miss the captain still, but it doesn't take out the main sail, or the sail, so nothing there. Thanks for the follow, Muffin Man J.
Wait, so does that mean I don't have a line of sight anymore?
Don't have line of sight, no, unfortunately.
Okay.
Wait, you forgot that this guy attacked the captain before the ballista. It's for the next attack only.
Yes, actually, that's true. So yeah, you would still have line of sight. Let me get the pirate and roll that attack next. Thank you. Sorry, my bad. And actually, it does manage to take advantage of it. He takes a whopping 2 points of damage. So the captain's looking pretty hurt, but, well, he's looking a little bit hurt, but nothing critical. Alright. Yes, so, Davidos. Alright, Davidos, looking around, and looking at what's going on, he yells out, "Who can play at that game?" And releases a guiding bolt himself. Yeah, so the pirate first mate gets hit, and he gets hit hard, square in the chest, for 25 points of damage.
Oh,
Fuck. I'm glad I'm on his side. Jeez.
Now the pirate first mate, he's looking pretty beat up and very concerned. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But the captain comes running in, and he comes around behind, next to you, Vonnir, standing shoulder to shoulder, or rather, like shoulder to head, with you. And where is?
Would it be reaction hit? Well, does a special weapon get a reaction hit?
No, I don't believe it does.
Does that have a turn? I guess. No?
Yeah, because it operates on the first mate's turn.
On the guy's man. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, he looks at the first mate and says, "You've got a lot of nerve attacking us. What are you doing here? What do you want?" But he doesn't wait for a reply. Instead, he thrusts out with his rapier.
Typical.
And strikes out at him 3 times. The first mate just grunts and brings up his mace and deflects the first blow, leaving himself open, and gets stabbed in the cheek with the second, and then manages to bring his shield up and prevent the third. He's huffing and panting. He's looking panicked. So he looks at you both and casts something. You're not sure what it is. But yeah, he casts something, and his feet faintly glow a bit, and he turns and he runs and goes to jump off the deck. We'll see if Captain Soyan can have anything to say about that.
What about me?
Oh yeah, you too. Yep.
Lappity slap.
Okay, yeah. So as he turns and goes to run, you manage to... sorry, Soyan misses, but you manage to clock him and send him into a spin, and he kind of like turns, gets hit, gets dazed, falls down, hits his head on the edge of the rail, and you're not sure if it's the accumulated damage or if he just landed really poorly, but he snaps his neck on the railing, and he dies.
Oh man.
Alright, now, this pirate, having seen everything and seeing how bad he is, he just looks around and goes, "Nope, nope, nope," and runs off, jumps straight in the water, and you lose sight of him.
Wait, it says it's my turn next. I can't go to the edge and just, you know.
Yeah, you can go to the edge and have a look.
That's it?
Roll a perception check. You look out and you can see a little bit of red on the surface, and you can see his boots kind of like kicking down. under the surface of the water. He's swimming down. What do you do?
Finish him.
All right.
Come on. Oh, fucking hell.
Okay.
Let's just say freaking passes. Doesn't even matter.
Actually, might matter. He was looking very beaten up.
It's only 1 damage.
It might matter.
Oh, seriously? He was?
He failed. So yeah, the bell rings out, and you just see a big bubble, and it's kind of like the reverberation must have matched a perfect pitch inside this poor sap's body, and he explodes under the water. All right. And with that, I'm going to take us out of initiative because there are no more pirates
I was
on deck.
going to attack the blister cannon, though.
Oh, you can roll to attack the ballista cannon.
Sweet.
It is your turn next, after all.
And I probably failed.
Alright. Were you actually aiming for the ballista itself, or were you aiming for the guy operating it?
No, the blister itself.
Okay, so the arrow streaks out, and it doesn't seem to do any major damage to the ballista, but what it does do is it knocks like a good portion of the bolts loose from their big quiver sort of thing, and as that happens, the quiver sort of hits the deck and rolls and falls over the side. There's now only like probably about 3 ballista bolts left on the deck.
Sweet.
All right. So now it's the pirate ship turn. And looking out over at the pirate ship, you can see that there is a figure standing out there. It must be the captain, surely. He reaches his hand up and waves his hand, and the whole ship shimmers and then disappears.
The fuck?
Curiouser and curiouser.
Like cleric freaking pirates and what the fuck's going on?
Okay.
Sailwalkers.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
So, looking around, you can see that there are a number of dead pirates, and a few dead sailors. A few dead sailors, and you know that a few of the sailors had fallen overboard. But yeah, so you're looting the bodies. What?
Specifically the pirates, I leave the sailors alone.
Right. Okay. So, looting the pirates themselves, you find... Let me get a little bit of loot that I've gotten written up. You find 2 shining sort of token things. They're kind of attached to a... kind of like a bracelet. And yeah, you looking at them, they... Even just while they're sitting there, you're moving them around in the light. They shimmer in a similar way to how the pirates themselves shimmered when the arrows come in.
I cast Detect Magic.
Okay, yep, they are magical.
Great. Nothing else?
They are magical. They are a protection sort of magic.
Okay. I put 1 on each hand.
Okay, so you put 1 on each hand. As you put the second one on hand, which by the way, you found these on different pirates.
Yep.
So as you put the second one on, it doesn't seem to be glowing like the first one that you put on.
Okay, in that case, I hand it to Vonnir.
As you take the thing off, it regains its luster and shine. So basically, what these things are is you may activate them as a reaction to block an incoming ranged attack.
Okay.
They have 3 uses each.
3 uses each?
Yeah.
Okay, that's limited. But I do hand 1 to Vonnir.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna loot this guy.
Okay, you find on him a shield, the same shield that you slightly decayed, which by the way lowered his AC by 1. You find a mace, which is the same mace that he's been beating people up with, and a very badly damaged chainmail shirt. But digging around under the shirt, you find a gem bag. And the gem bag itself, when you open it up, has 25 green gems in it, 17 blue gems, 21 red gems, and 7 purple gems.
Lucky bastard.
You also find a note in it. And the note says, for payment on obtaining the... what was it? I had this partly written down. For payment for obtaining the quartermaster's compass.
Sorry, where's the gems again? Real quick.
25 green gems, 17 blue gems, 21 red gems, and 7 purple gems.
Cool. Alright, so after reading this, the captain just watching me loot him.
Yeah. So the captain's just looking at it, and he's looking around. He yells out to Davidos. He says, see if you can help any of our fallen." And Davidos, pipes up and says, "Right away, Captain." He races off, and be nice if it would let me click and move the token.
Vonnir, did you take the bracelet or? Vonnir.
What?
Did you take the bracelet off me when I gave it to you, or do I still have both?
Oh, you would have come up eventually. But I'm just thinking it takes a while for you to loot all those bodies,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, we'll say that that happens after this sort of thing happens.
Yeah, I just want to know if I write down 2 or 1.
Just
Yeah,
write down 1 for the moment.
Yeah, I'll take 1 when you get here, but
Yeah.
first off, it's like,
So Davidos, he's looking over the bodies, and he yells out. He says, "Captain, all but 1 are too far to save." And he puts his hands down on one of them, and he kind of stirs the one that you thought was dead. He stirs and wakes up, and yeah, so he's looking incredibly beaten up and worse for wear. And Davidos helps him down, and yeah, so Davidos and the... Oh my god, what is going on? My mouse isn't lining up with the map, so I can't click on shit. Yeah, so Davidos takes him down, and starts looking after him. And as this happens, the captain walks over and calls you both over. Says, "Come."
head over.
Says, "Well, I'm used to the occasional pirate, all stairwalkers frustrated and trying to find their way to the stairs. But that was more of an attack than I've ever experienced. I've never seen the ship either. That's a new ship to me." He kind of looks at you both and says, "Do you know anything about it? Seems strange that ship would attack us moments after you boarded."
Well, I did find a note on the first mate. They handed it over to him.
Alright, so he looks at the note and says, "Well, I don't know what the quartermaster's compass is, but to pay that sort of gems for a simple compass, that's not right. It's more to this than I know. Says, well, I think you've definitely earned your passage on the ship. Don't worry about helping Cookie. You've done enough. Which, he looks over and he actually sees that Cookie's among one of the dead. Says, well, maybe you'll need to help out Cookie after all.
Oh man, like, this is sort of a really insensitive thing to say right now. You're still paying, right? Don't actually say it.
Which at that the captain pipes up and he says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll definitely still be paying." Like, but...
It was a joke.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't actually say it, but he just kind of looks at you both and says, "No, I'll still be paying. If it wasn't for you two, we probably wouldn't be here right now." He kind of motions for you both to follow him, and he takes you both and leads you both downstairs and the rest of the way, noting that the sailor that did come down and because he was injured, sort of checks him over real quick, make sure that he's gonna live. But yeah, so he takes you downstairs and then leads you in past all of the hammocks that are swinging gently in the lower part of the ship, and nods out to all the sailors and says, "We're gonna need more hands up on deck. You did well in staying out of sight. If they had have boarded, we definitely would have needed the reinforcements. But their incoming firepower from the ship was too much. I fear that if they seen all of us, they wouldn't have stopped." And all the sailors look pretty concerned, but they let him go. So he walks on in, and you see a bunch of sailors sitting around playing cards and drinking whiskey. And then, yeah, it takes you in, and he shows you the 3 pirates that are in here. He says, "These 3, well, they tried to attack us a little while ago. I'm not sure where they actually come from. They won't talk to me. Have you guys got any way of potentially getting some information out of them?"
Well, I would be able to go cast a zone of truth tomorrow.
Well, I guess we'll just have to post watch, and you can see there's plenty of bunks, so you guys get some rest. I'll send some of my sailors up to keep watch while we keep traveling. If the winds are favorable, we should be in dock tomorrow. Probably tomorrow evening.
Just a quick question. Are they talking at all, or just telling you ridiculous lies?
Well, they tell pretty ridiculous lies, but they do a lot of talking, but not a lot of telling.
Well, if my zone of truth tomorrow, they'll be talking. They'll be the only thing them. Sorry. The only thing they'll be able to do is speak the truth.
Alright, well, sounds like a plan. We'll come back and deal with these insolent idiots tomorrow. Hear that, boys? Talking time. One of
I
them
mean, if they don't talk, then we can always smash the heads of them.
One of them pipes up and goes, I've never told the truth in my life. Oh, shit, I just told the truth.
Which
yeah.
now makes that a lie.
Yeah. And when you mention that, he kind of looks at you, and then it looks like his brain is hurting. He doesn't seem like the most intelligent of the bunch. This one over here just kind of shakes his head and like laughs to himself. He's rather amused by it all. So the captain sort of like ushers you out, and you know, they get one of the other sailors to you know, make a meal for everybody. And yeah, so you're free to go. Like, do you want to eat down with everybody else, or do you want to go up and eat up on deck, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna avoid the deck for any time soon, considering I felt seasick.
Okay.
I mean,
By the way, like, you notice that as you're walking through the area with all the hammocks, everything actually seemed a lot more stable. You kind of get the idea that they've positioned the sleeping quarters in the lowest and the center part of the ship to make it the most stable for those that are affected by the sea.
Appreciated.
So,
But I will definitely be eating with the others.
okay, so yeah, they, you know, there's not enough room for everybody sort of over in sort of this area, so some people eat over here. And,
Is the meal vegan friendly?
well, you don't exactly have a lot of options for keeping live animals on a ship like this. We do have some dried meats, but you know, we've got some fruits and whatnot to fight off scurvy for the longer trips.
you know, if you had good berry, you would be able to heal yourself as well as eat. But what did I know? I'm a cleric.
Alright, I'm satisfied with the fruit.
Alright, well, we've got the finest, almost fresh fruit and plenty of dried fruit for you to enjoy.
Perfect.
You're welcome to the bread as well.
Dried meat at least?
Sorry?
Well, dried meat at least?
Yeah, we've got some pretty ordinary jerky, or at least it's okay until you're 6 weeks in and that's all you've really eaten. But
Let's start going to town with the jerky.
yeah, and you do, and the captain sort of pipes up and says, don't be shy, we dock tomorrow, so we'll resupply. Eat as much as you want.
And he goes to more on town on that.
Alright. Okay, so after you all eat and you know, kind of feel full, is there anything that you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of look over at Vonnir and just be like, how can you eat that crap?
Well, where are you when you ask me this?
Oh, right. Where are we eating?
It's up to you.
Because you haven't moved either. I'm still right next to you.
As I was saying, like, there's not enough room for everyone to eat sort of in this room, so there are some tables over here. But there are a bunch that are eating up on deck, and there's one person who, you know, has decided that he's lost a couple of his close friends in the attack, so he's eating alone by the food itself. Everyone seems to give him a little bit of a wide berth. It's almost like that was their regular sort of hangout when they weren't actively doing something.
So, what would be? I don't know.
It's up to you guys.
Guess we'll just go to the closest stables.
Yep, okay. No worries,
Yeah,
so
that's
you
fine.
head on over there, no worries.
Take you just across the table for me, Jay.
Satisfied?
Okay.
Alright, so eating the jerky, I start walking over. It's like, you just don't know what good jerky is. I mean, you should try meat every once in a while.
I just look up at him and I just glare and I say, I saw my wife and children eaten like meat. Haven't touched it since.
Well,
Which,
that's,
you, Vonnir, not remembering anything, that strikes you because...
yeah.
That's weird, because I'm pretty sure none of us remember what happened.
I had a flashback.
So, you remember who you are?
No. I remember seeing my wife and children eaten like meat, and I haven't touched it since.
Yes. That's unfortunate for you, but I still have to pay you back for touching my beard with, cleaning my beard with a potato.
Cleaning your beard with a potato, or cleaning
way
a
around.
potato with your beard?
Other way around, yes. Now, I've calmed down a little bit, so I'll give you a few options of how we do this. Either A, smack you in the face and we call it done with. 2, you try to resist, and I still smack you in the face.
Or 3, I smack you in the face.
I was waiting for you to say star, I do something else, because you went A to 2.
I was trying to think of options. Oh, did you actually go to freaking slap me in the face?
Yep.
Okay, so you go to swing your hand out and it gets caught in the chair.
And then I bring out my warhammer to go smack you in the face with.
Oh, Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
Yep.
Which,
Hey,
you
I-
get yours caught...
I did an strike.
Yeah, your warhammer gets caught in the table, and it kind of breaks the table a bit. And that happens just as the captain is walking back through. And he says, well, that's coming out of your payment, and just keeps walking. He goes upstairs.
So do you do anything else before I just try to swing again?
Sure. I say, hey, unarmed strike. Pulling out the warhammer ain't fair.
As I go to hit you with it.
And you miss, and it hits the bottom of the boat as bottom of the ship as
Shit.
first mate Davidos walks past and says, "Oh, you're an idiot! You punch a hole through the bottom of the boat and we sink. Stow the weapon, or I'll use you as an anchor." And he walks upstairs.
Let's turn the idea of the anchor away.
I have no qualms with him using you as an anchor.
So do we all
I
go
thought
for
we were
round 3?
friends.
I mean, you mess with my beard.
Hey, I needed a laugh. I had a flashback of my wife and kids being eaten like a meat, remember?
And that's unfortunate for you, but you still used my beard as a handkerchief.
Yeah, well, I was kind of told you. Just saying.
As another third hit comes in.
If you roll badly again, I will laugh.
No, that one hits.
Okay, yeah, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And
At which point?
Thaevan's looking like pretty beat up. There's a bit of blood sort of coming out of the corner of his mouth and probably spits up a tooth.
I storm out of the room, go and find a bunk in the center of the boat, which does not line up with the grid, so
Yeah,
I
it
cannot
doesn't.
actually
So
hop on.
that's fine. You find the absolute dead center bunk, and it seems very surprisingly stable.
Phew.
So is that you for the night there, Thaevan?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you up to?
I start casting men to fix the things they broke.
Okay. So, yeah, you mend the table and looking at the floor, the floor, it's cracked. And you can see that the floor is built over the top of the ribs of the ship's hull. So, thankfully, you haven't put the ship at danger of sinking, but you could easily see that if you had have done particularly bad, you might have caused some problems. Yeah, so you managed to fix up the splintered floor, and everything's okay.
Coolios. Yes, I love the bit.
Alrighty. So, you find a bunk...
That's the way from freaking Thaevan.
Sorry?
That's the way from Thaevan.
It's kind of hard. I'm in the dead center.
Doesn't matter. Try and go to a corner or something, I don't know.
Alright, so yeah, you find a bunk and you sit in there and you get some rest. And
Okay, I meditate for 4 hours and then attack him. I'm kidding. Please don't make me do that.
Okay, well,
I still have spell slots, and you're a lot worse wear for me than I am for than
no.
you are.
No, I was kidding.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
be my guest.
Okay, so yeah, you dream about got up in the middle of your rest and going over and attacking Vonnir in your sleep. It brings a delightful smile to your face while you're asleep, and one of the other sailors happens to be walking past you at the time and thinks, "Fuck, he's having a good dream." But yeah,
Kind of freak.
Vonnir, you have a little bit more of an intense dream, but I think
He dreams that he was woken up in the middle of the night by an attack.
no. I think we'll have to do your dream at another time. I'll possibly have to do it sometime during the week, maybe. But yeah, we'll do that then. But otherwise, I think we'll leave this here for tonight. Yeah. I hope you guys had fun. I hope that was a challenging encounter, but something that was still enjoyable.
I'm still confused as to what you meant when you said we'd get to the point where the others will join us next week. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, so you're on the ship and it's sailing to a place, and yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
There'll be a little bit of having to split the role play to get you all together again, but it will happen. So
Okay.
don't worry. It is in plan. I did have to come up with a lot of bullshit on the fly this afternoon. But it will make narrative sense when it gets there, and it'll kind of reveal a little bit more about what's going on as well. So
Okay.
all good. But yeah, I hope you both enjoyed it. And yeah, it seems like as good a time as any to leave it there. I did have more encounters sort of roughed up, but looking at the time, it makes sense to stop now. So, for the stream, I hope you all have enjoyed watching the stream, and yeah, that was a very combat-heavy session tonight. But again, we had a couple of people not be able to make it, or 3 people not be able to make it. Which meant I didn't really want to run with the content I had actually planned out for tonight's session, so I had to come up with something to fit. But yeah, we do play Ojit's Tower, my campaign, on Fridays, usually starting at 7:30. Well, actually, always starting at 7:30. If you want to follow on Facebook, you know, facebook.com/questionableboner. I update there usually on a Wednesday with when we're going to play, and throw a reminder out there a little bit ahead of schedule. We also have another campaign that we play. Jason's the DM for that one, and that one's every second Sunday. So not this Sunday coming. The following Sunday we will be continuing on with our Lost Mines of Phandalin story. So I hope to see you all there, and I do sincerely hope you've had fun. So until next week,
Bye.
bye.